All right. Hi, my name is Claude. I'm here with my grandma. Uh, the date is December 10th, 2025, and we are recording this interview in Chicago, Illinois. Okay. Well, hi, Grandma. How are you?
I'm quite fine, Claude. How are you?
All right. I'm doing good. Okay. All right. Let's see. First question. All right. So, my first question is just to get to know you a little bit better. What did you think your life would be like when you were older? Like back when you were younger. Like what did you think your life would be like right now?
What I thought my life would be like, the ideal life I thought I'd have would be traveling all over the country in what do you call a mobile home, one of
Mm,
those trailers that's all in a mobile home situation, and I thought I'd be doing that and retiring that way.
Hmm. That sounds nice. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Like going around, traveling.
Oh, it is. It's a wonderful way to live.
Where would you just travel anywhere? Or did you have any specific places you would like?
I hadn't really planned it out, but I think I would have gone each year to the same places and meet up with the same people. I know a lot of people do that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Okay. All right. Like anything else about your life? Like, or did you expect most of everything else really?
Uh, my life is wonderful. I didn't really have any great huge plans, except for that one thing I thought perhaps I'd be doing is retiring with a little travel involved.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Another question. How has your life been different than what you'd imagined?
Hmm. It has been different in that, let's see, it hasn't been actually terribly different. My life is very active, very interesting, highly involved in the other generations, such as my children and my grandchildren. And that keeps me so busy and so delighted most of the time that I I don't know if I ever thought it would be this much fun.
Huh. All right. Okay. More about more about your past. What were your parents like?
My parents. Well, my mother was an interesting woman. She raised 5 children. I was and am the youngest of the five. And my dad was a very interesting man, but he died quite young of an ailment. And I never had a dad since I was 3.5. So he was an exciting man. He took photographs, and in an era when people just didn't do that. And I have a whole family history in photographs because he took those pictures, and I have the pictures, and he developed the pictures himself. That's what he was like. My mother did her own sewing, her own creating of clothing. I always had lovely clothes because my mom could make me an outfit out of a few yards of goods. And so she was interesting. Oh, she baked like a whiz. And she was a Chicagoan, and so was my dad.
Mm. Well, that sounds, yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, anything, what about your siblings? Your five siblings?
What were they like?
Yeah.
Okay, they were all older than I. The oldest was 17 when I was born. Then she was uh, the oldest, and then two boys came along, and they were a couple years apart in age. 17, then we went to 15, then we went to 14. Then Esther, my youngest sibling, just before me, was 11 years older than I. So the closest sibling to me was 11 years older than I. And they were all very active. And of course, they spent a great deal of their teenage lives and their early married lives without my dad because he had already died. And that was very sad.
Hmm. Okay. Let's see. What else? Uh, Here's another one about your childhood. Uh, did you get in trouble? And what was the worst thing that you've done that you think you've done?
I didn't get into trouble. It was a good time in history when you had a lot of fun. You were outdoors a lot with the neighborhood children,
Mm-hmm.
and your school was the neighborhood school, so you didn't ever get that far from home, and you met people at school who were from the next block over from you. A lot of people knew a lot of people and a lot of neighbors, uh, and everybody was very cordial, and one did not get into a lot of trouble.
Hmm. That's interesting. All right. Let me think. Oh, tell me about your mother's baking. You said that was very good. Uh, Tell me more about that.
She baked as a important part of our daily lives. Her bread, oh, her bread. I now know how to make the bread that she made. I watched her make it. Her own father visited us every day because he was a widower, and he came by every single day, and he was a baker by trade. And so she learned to bake from him. I can still remember them in the kitchen talking, and he instructing her in what she possibly could improve about the sweet rolls she was making or the breads. And we just plain expected that we would have homemade breads all the time.
Hmm. Oh, that's pretty nice. I didn't know that before. What about like, did your mother teach you baking?
Oh,
Did
yes.
Well, yeah, you said that you watched her
Yeah, by
and
watching her. Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Hmm. Okay. What else? Um, let's get off of that past stuff. What does uh, what does your daily life consist of? Yeah.
My daily life now?
Well, yeah. Uh, yeah, something like that.
Well, a lot of repetitious things, such as sometimes making the breakfast for everybody here, or sometimes uh, letting my daughter or Claude or my other grandson make stuff for me. And that's how the day would begin, and helping get them out to school. And a lot of helping with the homework, and a lot of getting in the car and making some necessary stops at our different favorite grocery stores and so on. In other words, a lot of the very ordinary things that keep life humming along is what my life is like.
All right. Hmm. Let's see. Um, is there any advice that you would give me about raising my own kids, uh, whenever I have them?
Oh, I guess I could. I would say be as pleasant as possible. Uh, don't look for trouble where there is none. Expect your children to be honorable and good natured. Show them, too, not to hold a grudge and to be friendly and be honest.
Mhm.
But don't look for trouble. Do not think that they're lying when they're not.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, some very good advice, I would say. Yeah. Um, Let me see. Hold on just a second. Uh, Tell me about your experience with raising your own kids. Uh, yeah.
Well, we lived for the first 11 years while raising my three children in one of the established suburbs just north of Chicago. And it's not as easy as it seems, even though they were really adorable children and not difficult at all to raise. It's still not easy. You're tired a lot of the time, and you're busy with the usual, getting them dressed and ready to go to kindergarten and so on. And there's a lot of ordinary, daily, repetitious things. We took a lot of long walks. We lived pretty close to the lake, and we took a lot of long walks and uh, watched nature unfold.
Yeah. That's not. That doesn't sound too bad, I would say. Like, I would enjoy that, you know? Yeah, well, yeah, taking walks are nice. Okay. Well, another question. Let me see. Uh, what what was your like what was like your dream job, the future? Like, did you ever see yourself having, uh, like being like a career woman? Uh,
The closest to that I would have ever dreamt of would have been to be very good classical singer.
All right. Okay. Another question. Uh, what was I like as a baby and as like a young child? What was I like?
You were a very sweet, very intelligent, quiet child from the beginning.
Mm.
You you showed your being old for your age. You showed that right away, and you were always liking to follow your brother around because you were the younger of the two boys, and you wanted to be part of everything he did, and
Hmm.
you just were no trouble at all.
That's surprising. Okay. What about as a young child? Like, was I acting up or was I doing anything like that?
No, no, you were not seeking attention. You did like to talk to me and to other adults, and get their attention, and because you're so quiet and so into different things like the different toys and the different games and so on, that one had to be sure to include you because you didn't ask for that much, but you weren't slow or dull. You were bright, very, very bright.
Hmm. Okay. Another question. Uh, what was my brother like
Your
when?
brother?
Yeah. What was he? One thing. What was he like around like before I was born? Yeah, cause he's a little older.
Oh, he was a very, very jovial, sweet, highly intelligent, active boy. Never caused any trouble,
So like me.
but he wasn't quite as quiet as you. He was more dominant, but an awful sweet, nice boy, and highly intelligent and interested in things and curious all the time, and interested in learning the alphabet, learning games, and so on. And you both were not that different from each other, and yet you were, you know, you were very much individuals.
Hmm. Okay. Let's see. Um, Another question here. Do you remember, uh, what you were thinking when you first saw me? When you saw me for the first time?
Well, I saw you probably less than a minute after you were born. And what I thought was, oh my God, he's looking right at me. And you were. You were looking straight at
Oh
me.
man.
It was as though you were saying, oh, you're the one whose voice I have heard all
Uh,
these years, all these
mm,
months, I should say.
all right. Um, let's see. Ooh, here. Uh, um, what as a kid, uh, what did you do for fun?
What did I do for
Yeah.
fun as when I was a little
Mm-hmm.
girl?
Yeah.
Okay, I was outside playing from the minute the sun came up until way after the sun went down. That's what I did. And I went and rang doorbells and said hello to the neighbors. Nobody told me it was wrong. And in those days, your neighbors got to know you very, very well. I would ring the bell. As I got a little tiny bit older, I would say, "Do you need anything from the store?" And I would go to the local butcher shop, which was just around the corner, or to the bakery, which was around the corner. And I would shop for people and I would chat with people. Everybody knew me and everybody loved me.
Mm, that sounds real nice. Here's another one. Oh, did you enjoy school as a kid? Just like
Yes,
throughout, like from when you were real young to like around like high school, you know?
I,
Did you enjoy
in
it?
general, yes. In general, I was interested in learning, loved reading, had a high IQ. Uh, they actually had me skip one grade, and from
Oh,
3A to 3A or 3B to 4B. Yeah, I
like third to
skipped it.
fourth?
Yes,
Like skipping third grade?
yeah,
Oh.
and or half a year or a year, however that worked out. But they and I already had scored college level in reading
Hmm.
and
Wow.
uh, language.
Well, that's interesting. Okay, well, that already answers another question. Are you still friends with anyone from that time in your life?
Just one person, and I am still close with. We went through most of the early school years together to at the local school, and then she moved away in probably seventh or so grades and to Colorado. And yes, we are still uh, quite close. I wrote her a letter today,
Oh,
and she writes to me. Her health isn't the greatest, but she's wonderful, highly talented, wonderful woman, and she is the only one left.
hmm. Okay. Do you have any favorite stories from school? Like any like real interesting moments or, you know, like uh like real fun memories?
I don't know how to say this. You mean to do with school itself or from that era?
Uh from that era when you were in school.
Uh, I can't think of. Every day was really nice. Uh, I can't think of anything highly dramatic that happened. I did like very much that in those days the milk was delivered by horse carriage, and in the
Uh,
mornings it was such fun to see the milkman and his wagon, come by and see the horse knowing where to stop. And then also they had a group of horses. A man was allowed to keep his horses stabled in Lincoln Park, and he would come, you know, once every 2 weeks or so. And since weren't many cars at all, people did not own autos in those days. And he would bring the horses and let us have rides the horses would park at one end of the block, and they'd let you ride a horse from one end to the other and back, for maybe a dime or something like
Oh, that's
that.
fun.
His name was Charlie. Charlie's Horses.
Huh.
We say, "Oh, Charlie's horses are here. Let's go. Let's go get some rides."
Oh, that sounds like fun. Wow. Hmm. Let me see. Um. Okay, here's another question. Hmm. There's one question here. Are you proud of me? Of just like in general? Yeah.
I sure am proud of you. Oh, my goodness sakes. I certainly am.
Hmm.
Utterly proud. That's all
Hmm.
I can say.
Hmm.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Grandma. Uh, what else? Let's see here. Ooh, here's one. What is your favorite memory of me?
One of my favorite memories
Oh,
of you, one of my favorite memories of you is you walking down the street in your Halloween costume, singing at the, oh, that sweet voice, just so sweet and clear, singing, and you were dressed, I believe, as a little mouse. And I mean, you so much wanted to be part of life. You so much wanted to compete with your brother. You so much wanted to do things. And that's my main fun memory, is watching you smile, and not, you didn't think anybody was listening or watching, as you'd be singing at the top of your lungs with your costume on.
yeah, I don't remember me doing that, but
You did. We have you on film
how long
doing
ago
it.
was that?
You were all of about
Huh.
3 or
Jeez.
4.
Oh, I think I would have remembered that, but
Well,
I
we
don't
have
know.
it on film.
Oh.
Ask your mom about it. We have you
Hmm.
on film. It's one of David's favorite scenes of you too.
Yeah. Hmm. Let's see. Uh, Here's another one. Do you have any regrets in general, like like pet like throughout your life?
Yeah, that I didn't somehow work in a career as a teacher alongside raising my kids, but I did devote myself to the home and the children, and I was always here. And I have been told by at least one of the children how much they loved that they always knew when they came home that somebody was here.
Hmm. That doesn't sound too bad, you know?
Oh, it was actually, I could have done more things, but I didn't. I really, really wanted to make this place a place that was the children's as much as it was Grandpa and me.
Hmm. Okay. Well, that's real nice, you know. Uh, let's see. Another one. Ooh. Before we go,